It's the Digital Board Gamer here with our weekend review from the 17th to 21st of November. Few updates, 4 betas, and 2 full releases. Let's get started. So first up, probably the biggest update here on Friday, and it's kind of a new game slash update. I don't know where to put it, but Challengers Beach Club. So I dove into this a little bit more. I was actually wrong when it went to beta. I thought it was just some rule changes, but it actually is a new standalone expansion. So there are a bunch of new factions in this game. So if you're familiar with Challengers, you'll be able to jump right in. The rules are relatively the same. Like I said, the only difference is they have this like new draft version, and then they added the trainers, I believe, are the two differences. Overall, some new factions for Challengers. It doesn't look like you'll be able to mix it all into one big group, so you'll have to play the two separately. Another cool update for Ticket to Ride. There's actually an area to vote for your favorite map for another map or maps to come to BGA. So currently, United Kingdom is winning with the Nordic countries slightly behind them. But if you're interested in Ticket to Ride, you can go ahead and find that in the forum and vote on that. And then Cartographers got a little bit of an update, but probably the most exciting thing, it says in preparation for new Cartographers content on BGA. So more cartographer content is coming to BGA. Then we have Agent Avenue, a bluffing game for 2 players only. So in this game, there'll be 2 cards that you're going to put down. You're going to put down one face up, and then your opponent will choose. There are cards like this one that move you forward. There's also cards that move you backwards, and you're basically just trying to catch up to your opponent's pawn. That's one way of winning. Also, if you're able to get 3 of these checkmark here, you can also win the game that way as well. And you do have to also be careful not to get 3 of the black X's because you can lose the game that way. And then, like I said, you're just trying to catch your opponent's pawn, and then you win. So if you like these 2-player only games, go ahead and check this one out. Then we have Booty Dice, a dice elimination game. So in this game, you're going to be rolling 6 dice, and you can see down here what each of them do. So basically, you're trying to be the last pirate standing or try to get 25 doubloons, and you can win that way. If you like dice elimination games, you can check that out. Then we have Popcorn, a worker placement game. So this is a bag builder game. So you can see you can put these meeples in this little color bag. You're basically going to be drawing them out. You're going to be drawing equal to the space you are on this track here. But when you draw out, you want to try to match this movie color. If you do, you can take one of these actions here on the left side. There's also ability to get new seats, which also give bonuses if you get the right color on the right seat. And then every turn you can do up to 3 actions. You can do each of them, which is either add new movies, add new meeples to your bag, or add new seats. And then you keep running out, and there's a special card in the deck that kind of is your timer. And when that card comes up, it's the last round. So overall, if you like bag builders or these movies, I thought the movies were kind of fun to look for. They were all very clear knockoffs of real movies, The Godmother, for example. But you can go ahead and check this one out. And then lastly, we have Molly House. Molly House is a card dice game. Now, it's definitely on the heavier side. This is the only game I didn't get a full playthrough. We barely started our playthrough on Saturday since this came out on Friday for me, and I didn't have a lot of time to play through this one. But this is definitely on the heavier end for sure. So if you like heavier games, you maybe can check this out. There's an awesome teach video on the website. All right, for our first full release, we have Aquatica. Aquatica is a engine building card game. I played this several times over the week, and I definitely feel it's more of a race, and games can go fairly quick. The game ends when one player gets all 4 goals, but you're going to have a deck of cards, and each character does a different action, and you're going to be sliding in these locations on your board, and you can see they all have abilities, and once you use that ability, you slide it further up on the board until basically it gets to like this one, and you can't do anything with it except score with it. An example action would be like conquer this. You have to have 5 strength to conquer this. And then if you had 5 strength, you could conquer it. It would slide on your board. And then you could use those. And then you could use those 2 +1 money circles on a later action. And then, like I said, you just kind of a race to these first 4 goals and the game's over. I do have a full review on this one if you're interested. It is quite a bit of fun, but just be aware it does move quicker than I really expected. And then one of my favorite new games, The Last Droids. The Last Droids is a resource management card game. So in this game, you're going to be drawing cards equal to the number of players. So this is a 2-player here. Whoever's turn it is will look at both cards. They'll keep one. They'll pass the other to their opponent. And then basically on the top left card, you can see if you dismantle a droid, here I get an oil and a battery. or if I build it, it'll cost me a battery, but then I can build this card and score its points. Every different color of card all score or play slightly different. There's also these house cards over here. There are 2 house cards between each set of players. So if I was playing 3 players, I'd have 2 here, 2 between them 2, and 2 to my right, if that makes sense. The game's over after 3 rounds, or when a player has no more house droids they can build. A lot of my games ended quicker than 3 rounds because the house cards do go. They're not terribly expensive, and some of them can be extremely powerful. There's one house droid that's really powerful. It scores more points if you build less and less category. Meaning if I only build the yellow one and none of the other ones, that house droid will be worth lots of points. So I always find myself rushing for that one quickly because that one will score me a lot of points, and then I just grab the last few house cards and the game's over. So do be aware of that. But overall, I do really like this game. It's definitely something you should check out. My pick of the week is really easy, Last Droids. It's a game I enjoy a lot. I played a lot in beta. I liked it so much I made a video early about how to play because there was nothing really out there. So it's definitely a game, if you like quicker games on BGA, you should definitely check this one out. Well, I've been the Digital Board Gamer. As always, good luck and have fun.